be wrapped up in your feelings, and be careful when you flash it. And when you play the game, man, you better know your options. Don't try to photocopy.
Good morning.
It's getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee.
Good morning.
Be careful when you flash it. And when you play the game, man, you better know your options. Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy.
It's getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee.
Early in the morning, time to get it in. Time to show and prove, show you what I've been doing.
Hey.
They say the fools rush in, but I'm coming with a passion.
I'm trying to get to know you while you're thinking that I'm asking.
I like to get it.
Greetings.
Supersonic.
I done came so far, ladies.
In the morning,
I just woke up out my sleep.
do some water on my face. Yeah, it's just another day in the Golden State.
Hey!
I know the best way to make it is to cut the drama and give it my all and follow through on what I promise.
And even if I fail, at least I was honest.
See, I can only do what's in my power, and to doing what good is the power.
If I use it like a fool,
If I wanna make it to the top, I gotta study clues.
or I can sit back and just watch the news.
Don't
Hey!
try to photocopy, you can never top me.
I was born to be a winner, you could never stop me.
Don't try to photocopy, you can never top me.
I was born to be a winner, you could never stop me. Hey, good morning.
Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy.
It's getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee.
Don't be wrapped up in your feelings, and be careful when you flash it. And when you play the game, man, you better know your options. Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy. It's getting too spicy.
I ain't even had my coffee.
I just put my watch on, man, the time it is. I'm kissing my
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
so focused on my mission, there's no competition, there's no excuses for opposition.
All right, we know what time it is. We know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Feel like I'm stuck in a cycle.
Absolutely.
Stuck in time.
Right.
It's like a curse.
Yes,
And I
ladies
can't
and
escape
gentlemen.
it. It's like deja vu.
Like deja vu.
It's me. It's deja vu when I'm running up these racks. I'm like the Terminator screaming, I'll be back. It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class. It's like every week
Cut
I
it
gotta
out,
take out
kick
the
it.
trash. I'm on top of my game, in the class. You can tell that I made it, look at my grass. Cars in the garage, the tanks full of gas. I play the game so raw, I won't finish last. Sitting in my living room, screaming how we made it. This is how it's supposed to happen when you get you famous. An algorithm turns into a maniac. I guess we going viral cause my Zodiac. I got all these numbers on my spreadsheet. Benjamin Franklin is my bestie. And if they is my ex, that mean they left me. They don't give me policy, they test me. I say it with my chest cause I mean it. Got a lot of confidence and I'm conceited.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is.
I'ma take off this spaceship.
Right.
I haven't gone into Zeus's live in a couple of days.
Right.
This shit was radical. It was horrible. I'm like, you've gone. Zeus has
Gone
gone
way
off
off the rails.
It's
Yeah.
like deja vu.
Being the same
It's
thing.
like deja vu.
Right.
It's like deja vu. It's like deja vu.
Thought I told you.
It's deja vu when I'm running up these racks. I'm like
Good morning, everyone.
I'll be back. It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class. It's like every week I gotta take out the trash.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and once again, welcome. Oh my, once again, we are back in the Thunderdome, and boy, oh boy, do we have a lot going on today, right? Good morning, Southern Delight. How are ya? Hold on. All right, hold on 1 second. We got to make sure I get my, it's going to get hot in here, so you got to make sure you got to make sure you got all your gear. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know who I am. I go by the name of Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H? They call me Triple H, ladies and gentlemen, because the first H stands for honest. I'm the most honest person on social media. There's nobody more honest than me. All right? I promise to tell you nothing but the truth. So help me God. Ooh, that thunder is real strong this morning. All right, and the second H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I'm the most humble person out here on social media. If I get it wrong, I will be the first to apologize. I just haven't been wrong. That's all. A lot of these people out here, especially these MAGA folks, they keep trying to get me to apologize, especially Snuggles. Snuggles, I don't owe you an apology. Get my steaks, okay? And all of you Trump supporters who've done Zeus so wrong and said nasty things, get my steaks, okay? You owe Zeus so much. At this point, it's just ridiculous, all right? And the last H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am and will remain the most handsome. All right, ladies and gentlemen. And just, I got to be fully transparent with the Trump supporters, all right? This is programming is rated Z, all right? And Z, you know what? There's PG-13, there's rated R, there's X, there's triple X, all right? And this is Z. Z for off the rails. In one hand, I have a list of Biden's accomplishment, MAGA, all right? All right. And to my friends, my Democrat friends, welcome. It's always a pleasure to do this with you every morning, right? Without you, this wouldn't be possible. We are pretty much giving MAGA free education on how the United States government works. We're doing this out of the kindness of our hearts. So when they try to say we're bad and we're communist, fascist, Marxist thugs, when they try to say that about us, you tell them tell them to their face, that's a flat out lie. All right. So on one hand, I got a list of all of President Biden's accomplishments. It's about 30 of them, and I will read them if they don't behave in the comment section. And then on the other hand, I got Jack Smith's latest volume of indictments, all right? And I got a lot of questions to these so-called Trump supporters, these so-called patriots. I got a lot of questions in this indictment that I want to get clarification on. Because if you still believe Donald J. Trump won the 2020 election, then this means one of two things. That either Donald J. Trump is delusional or he's a criminal. Which one is it? Listen, President Biden is sitting in the White House. If you still think Donald Trump won, something's wrong with your mind. And that's why I've been saying this. MAGA has lost all credibility with me. There's nothing a Trump supporter can really tell me at this point. They have zero credibility. All right? So they don't get a chance to talk to me. Zeus, I want to talk to you. Absolutely not. Listen, I spend all my time doing all this hard research. I don't want none of those MAGA thoughts, none of those MAGA demon-possessed energy floating around in this kingdom. Absolutely not, MAGA. When you guys zero credibility, you're like a student in the class that has an F. You don't deserve to try to teach Zeus a darn thing. You're failing the course. So you need to sit your special behind down and listen to this special broadcast. All right? And I mean that. And listen, if you don't like the truth, MAGA, here's your chance to leave. Between what I do, what I do here, and I'm bringing all this truth, and then I got my friends here, and they're going to bring all this truth, it's going to get really uncomfortable. It's going to get hot. You're going to feel like you may have just experienced what it's like to visit hell for a few hours. This is going to be 1.5 hours of hell on earth for MAGA. So here's your chance to leave, all right? You can leave this live right now. Go ahead and do it. But you do not have to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave.
Right.
As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now.
Right.
Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
And just for full transparency, once again, it wasn't always this way between me and MAGA, folks. It really wasn't. But the gloves are now off, right? Right? To my friends on the left, my Democrat friends, the gloves are now off with MAGA, right?
Everyone knows and I wouldn't have said this 3 weeks ago.
I wouldn't have.
I wouldn't have said it. I was actually very kind to him. I was very kind to him, but now we can't be kind anymore because the gloves are off. The jar has been opened. He's taken millions of dollars from other countries like China. He's totally compromised. He's taken millions and millions of dollars from other countries.
Yeah. You know what I've always said, and I will say it again. Every MAGA accusation is a MAGA confession. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta be brief. There's a lot of topics to go through. But on the heels of Jack Smith's recent indictment of Donald J. Trump, we know he's going to just charge Trump with this indictment because he's not trying to make this case drag out that long. But there was a lot of alarms. Okay, yes, 90%. If you're not happy here, you can leave. Exactly. Come back, don't come back. Do not be here if you don't like the truth, all right? And I don't got time to debate. I want to draw your attention to the fact that when January 6th took place, there is a record that Mark Meadows exchanged text messages with 34 members of Congress. What a shame. And I want to bring this up to MAGA because, there was a part in the indictment where Trump says, you leave it up to me and the members of Congress. And so, you can go look this up. Please look it up. This came out in December of 2022, before the indictment. So I thought to myself, I said, who are these members of Congress? And you know who's in there? Marjorie Taylor Greene, of course. She's in there. Who else do you have, ladies and gentlemen? Let's see who else is in there. We have Paul Gosar. He's in there. Oh, yeah, text messages going to Mark Meadows. And so, once again, I'm going, where are the text messages to Nancy Pelosi? There was not one text message to Nancy Pelosi at all. What a shame, MAGA. Andrew Clyde. Oh, yeah, these folks are all in here. Kevin Kramer, Louis Gohmert, Greg Murphy, Ralph Norman. These are from states like Utah, South Carolina, Texas, Pennsylvania. Scott Perry. Oh, and guess who? Jim Jordan, ladies and gentlemen. And I mean, I want to make sure the world knows just kind of what was going on, because this election, ladies and gentlemen, we were about to lose our freedom in this country. We were about to lose our democracy at the hands of these members of Congress. And so I'm here today, and I'm encouraging DOJ and Jack Smith, after you get done nailing Trump, please go after every single one of these Republican members of Congress, because these are the real communists, fascist, Marxist thugs, if you ask me. These are the ones that are criminals. These are criminals. Most of us, you know what one of the most sacred things in this country is? Our democracy. The votes that American people cast, those should be preserved and protected to ensure that the will of the American people is properly and accurately represented. The person we elect to put into that White House, that's serious business. And for us to have to go through this exercise and realize, right, that we had folks who have taken the oath to uphold the Constitution. They've tried to steal our fundamental rights away from us. I will not sit for it any longer. All right. So DOJ, Jack Smith, please do us all a huge favor. Get these folks and jail them immediately. No such thing as a corrupt Biden crime family. There's no such thing as that. And I ask that you stop that lie right now, dead in its tracks. I do not want to hear another thing about President Biden or his son, Hunter Biden. And to the Republicans that keep peddling this lie, I have some bad news for you. And you know this because you've been very, very quiet. So, Pinky, you know who Pinky is, right? You know, I'm going to play his theme song real quick. You know, Jim Jordan and James Comer, they're Pinky in the brain because they swear they got dirt on President Biden, right? They swear they got this dirt on Hunter Biden and President Biden, and Biden should be impeached, but they keep coming up short. Right?
Gee, babe, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night. Pinky, try to take over the world.
The Pinky and the brain.
Right.
The Pinky and the brain. One is a genius, the other's insane. The laboratory mice, the team and spice. The Pinky and the brain, 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 brain.
Right, you got Biden today.
Before each night is done, their plan will be unfurled by the dawning of the sun.
Right.
They'll take over the world. The Pinky and the brain. Yes, Pinky and the brain. Their twilight campaign is easy to explain. To prove their nasty worth, they'll overthrow the earth. The Pinky and the brain, 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 brain.
Still have no dirt on President Biden or his son. As I've said yesterday, you know, if Hunter Biden is a crackhead and you can't get any dirt on a crackhead, with all the resources these two geniuses have, it should already prove to everyone in the rest of the world there's no dirt on these two individuals, President Biden and Hunter Biden. And this is why I say MAGA has lost all credibility, and MAGA is about to lose my respect, all right? MAGA, you're on the verge of losing all respect in this kingdom, and you don't have much left, right? I acknowledge, whether I like it or not, you were born here and you're citizens, right? So I'm trying to be as respectful as I can about that. But these lies, these baseless conspiracies that you're promoting out here on social media, and it's not like we can blame Russia this time, right? We can blame Russia for what happened on Facebook, MAGA, but not this time. This is a self-fueling MAGA individual, a MAGA demon. It's like they're plugged into some sort of recharging station that allows them to keep spreading lies and misinformation. They're on an endless supply of lies. So along those lines, I want to make sure I remind MAGA of this. James Comer, what did he do? James Comer. He skipped the Hunter Biden hearing that he promised would be a bombshell yesterday, all right? Despite going on cable news on Monday to tout that the bombshell testimony of Devin Archer, a longtime business partner of President Joe Biden's son, would present to his House Oversight Committee damning evidence, right? Damning evidence. James Comer skipped out on the hearing. I'm not shocked. That's what liars and hypocrites do. I'm not shocked at all. A few Republicans were disappointed that Chairman Comer didn't show up to the Archer transcribed interview. This is what sources are saying. It was like following a general into a battle, but the general decided to stay home and fight instead. Right? You can't make this stuff up, especially when there are other members who would have loved to who have interviewed Archer, but aren't on the oversight committee and not allowed in the room. So ladies and gentlemen, let's give James Comer another boo and shame, because he's revealing to the rest of his followers what we've all been telling them. There's no dirt on President Biden or Hunter Biden. All right. Get him out of here. I know. They don't like me on TikTok, ladies and gentlemen, because I get out here and I tell the truth. And, but this is what I was told to do, tell the truth and shame the devil, right? Let's move on to our next topic. All right. How much truth does Zeus bring? Wow, 85% of you said I bring the truth. That must mean I got a lot of MAGA in here. What a shame. MAGA, cut it out. All right, sit your special behind down and listen to this special broadcast, MAGA. And like I said earlier, you don't have to subject yourself to this truth, MAGA. You can leave.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country,
They do.
if you're not happy here, you can leave.
You can leave, MAGA. No one's begging you to stay here. All right, we know what you stand for: lies, sedition, traitorous, treasonous, Russia, China, North Korea stuff. You don't represent this country. Absolutely not. Hypocrites. Instead, MAGA demon, I know what it is. I just want to draw your attention, ladies and gentlemen, to the latest news, okay, with Rudy Giuliani, who we know is co-conspirator number one in Jack Smith's recent indictment. As if this week couldn't get any worse for Rudy Giuliani. Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on with Rudy is he's being sued, all right, for SA, all right, because he hired this woman and he never paid her and he SA'd her. And as a part of that, his text messages have been subpoenaed. All right. And in these text messages, ladies and gentlemen, I must warn you, he's crossed a lot of lines, a lot of boundaries, and this is now out in the open for public consumption. I'm going to go through them really quickly. This is really bad for MAGA right now, because this is the guy that lied to you. This is the same individual that told you that there was dirt on President Biden. This is the same individual that told you January 6th, right? He told you to come there on January 6th, all right? This same guy is behind all the lies and stuff that you've been believing. And look at how he's talking to his employee, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, this is nasty on top of nasty. All right? He's telling her that her bosom belongs to his and that he's going to, I can't even say this stuff on TikTok, ladies and gentlemen, but the text messages are out there, all right? Please read this so you can get a more accurate and understanding of the type of nasty, disgusting, filthy human being this guy is. And this is the guy that you're hanging your hat on and resting your morals on, saying, we believe this guy. Do you, Trump supporters, MAGA, listen, read these text messages. Is this somebody you would invite over on a nice Thanksgiving holiday? Is this somebody, MAGA? Any Trump supporters out there? Is Rudy Giuliani someone you would invite over for a nice... Oh, James Arnold out there, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Any MAGA supporters would invite such an individual over there. Look at this. He talks about Jews. He talks about the Jewish people and their stuff. Is this someone you would really invite over, MAGA? Asking for a friend. As if this week couldn't get any worse for Rudy Giuliani. It's indicative of what's going on in the MAGA world. What Jack Smith has done with this recent indictment, ladies and gentlemen, is he's peeled back the layers. He's lifted up the hood so we can all see what's really going on inside of the MAGA world, inside of the mind of these MAGA demons. And it's nothing but evilness, corruption, pure, vile disgustingness. What a shame, MAGA. What a shame. I'm going to move on to our next topic. I told you, MAGA, this is not going to be a comfortable experience for you, all right? The gloves are now off, MAGA. The gloves are now off. I saw Bill Barr yesterday. He gave a nice lay of the land in terms of Donald Trump's recent indictment. And even Bill Barr is singing like a canary in the coal mine because he knows Donald Trump is guilty. If you read this indictment, Trump supporters, especially when it comes to Jeffrey Clark, he was warned by Jeff Rosenstein, do not have any meetings with the White House. You are a DOJ official, and that is not allowed. He was told, and he didn't listen to the acting attorney general or the deputy acting attorney general. He broke the law to meet with Donald J. Trump to continue this plan of promoting fake electors. And this crime was so stupid. This crime was so dumb. They actually named the email false electors. They named it fraudulent electors, and they circulated the Wisconsin memo. These folks got to be the silliest, most ridiculous criminals I've ever seen. They don't just get rid of the security footage. Delete the entire server, the entire computer, wipe the whole network down. I mean, these got to be the dumbest criminals I've ever seen in my life. What a shame. All right, and this is why I say the gloves are now off, MAGA. And Bill Barr yesterday, he says, I think the DOJ goes after Republicans way more than they go after Democrats. And I thought about that, and I said, now that just sounds like that sounds like he's talking politics. He's not being fair, but then I had to think about it. Hello, Red Crab. I think this is just my opinion for educational purposes only, and I'm just going to be honest. I think the reason that the DOJ is going after Republicans more than the Democrats is because it's obvious Republicans are more likely to break the law than the Democrats, right? I'm just being honest. How many of you, thank you, Annie, how many of you think the Republicans are most likely to break the law in comparison to the Democrats by a raise of hands, right? Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying Democrats don't break the law, but this conspiracy, there's 3 conspiracies in one indictment and it involves all Republicans. I just showed you Mark Meadows, 34 members of Congress he texted. That's only going on in the Republican Party, so of course we need to make sure the DOJ is going and looking at the Republican Party. They are the ones that are the communist, fascist, Marxist thugs. And to the Trump supporters, I'm going to remind you, you can't be mad when Donald Trump gets indicted. Because as he says, it is a great badge of courage.
Every time the radical left Democrats, Marxists, communists, and fascists indict me, I consider it a great badge of courage.
Right? I just want to enjoy it. I know, it is. Yeah, it is. And we have no problem giving him these badges of courage, all right? I really don't. Listen, when I was a kid, and you messed up, and your mom used to get those whoopings. You know what? It was kind of funny watching some of my brothers and sisters get whoopings, and it wasn't me. Oh, that was so hilarious. So Donald Trump, take your whooping, okay, buddy? It's your turn, sir. You broke the law, not us. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to draw your attention to this, that Michael Cohen, who we all know was sentenced to 3 years in prison for tax evasion and making false statements, and he used to work for Donald Trump. He has said, and he's gone on record to say that Jared Kushner, a senior advisor to Trump, has most likely testified against his father-in-law in a secret deal with the federal prosecutors, which led to his indictment. Wow. Cohen even further suggested that Kushner flipped. Kushner, they say he is a flipper. A flipper. You know what a flipper is, right? Hold on. Oh my God. I think the more important thing is that this indictment I think one thing to look at in this indictment is not who co-conspirator number 6 is, but rather who is missing from the indictment. Ladies and gentlemen, who's missing from the indictment? Wow. Like, for example, you don't see any mention of Mark Meadows. You see nothing of Jared Kushner. Jared Kushner was the secretary of everything. How is it possible that he is not listed here? Listen up, Trump supporters. Again, another Trump supporter flipping on Donald Trump. This isn't the Democrats. This isn't the radical lefts. This is Donald Trump's own people sending him to jail. And you know what goes after jail? Hell. I still want them to look into Jared Kushner though, because you know what? I want to know what that $2.5 billion he got from Saudi Arabia was about. Jared Kushner is not off the hook, but if he flipped and got us Donald Trump, so be it, right? I don't care. All right, I gotta get through the rest of my talking points, ladies and gentlemen. So there's a couple of things that I gotta bring up before we get up out of here, and really, it's really quick. One of the things that you and I, well, first of all, this is it. I just want to draw your attention to this, make sure it's on front of your minds, that Trump should be most worried about Fonnie Willis out there in the state of Georgia with her coming indictments. And that's because, ladies and gentlemen, he cannot get pardoned in the state of Georgia. You know, in the state of Georgia, that's one of the few states where the governor actually can't just say, you know, I absolve you of your sins, right? He will have to do 5 years in jail at a bare minimum and pay all court fees before he is eligible to be pardoned. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to make sure you Trump supporters know that no matter which of these 4 venues we currently know he will be dancing in, all right? And his campaign is going to be ran outside of a courthouse, right? He's going to be going to court on break. He's going to come out and try to rally his supporters. It doesn't matter which of these venues. One of these 4 is going to land his behind in jail. All right, so just brace yourselves for that, MAGA, okay? This is the one thing I wanted to talk about as well. Here we go. One of my favorite topics is to talk about when we get January 6ers, right? When the FBI catches these January 6ers. This is one of my favorite topics to talk about, right? Because these are the seditious, traitorous, treason, criminal thugs that attacked our United States Capitol in the name of so-called being patriots. And the DOJ has caught another one. So let's give the DOJ a round of applause. A Texas man arrested and charged over his role in the January 6th Capitol was found because he was wearing a t-shirt emblazoned with his company's name and phone number. According to DOJ reports, ladies and gentlemen, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up, folks. Hold on, let me see if we got something on this guy. Hold on. Let me see if we got something to talk about with this. I call him a local joker. I think this is it. All right, thank you. Yes. Dusty Ray Williams, Dustin Ray Williams, wow. Hit with felony charges of obstruction of law enforcement during civil disorder. He was also charged with several misdemeanors, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, let me see if we got a picture of Dusty right here. Look at him in the orange shirt. He was also charged with several misdemeanors, including knowingly entering and remaining in a restricted building or grounds, violent conduct in a restricted building or grounds, disorderly or disruptive conduct in a Capitol building or grounds, and violent conduct in a Capitol building or grounds. Dusty. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. And we got another one, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't stop there. The DOJ is working on overtime to catch these Trump supporters, these thugs, these communist, fascist, pigs, traitorous, seditious, conspiracy, treasonous, whatever you call them, MAGA demon-possessed criminals. All right? Send them to jail. You send them to hell. He better repent. He better repent. Because he's going to jail, but he could be going to hell next if he doesn't repent, right? A Donald Trump fan who participated in the January 6th attack and then was the subject of a conspiracy theory on Tucker Carlson's former Fox News show was arrested by the FBI on Wednesday. That was yesterday. Rally Runner. That was his nickname, Rally Runner, okay? formerly known as Daniel Donnelly Jr., was arrested in St. Louis, Missouri. According to court records, Runner faces 5 federal charges, including obstructing, impeding, and interfering with the lawful enforcement officers during a civil disorder. Back in 2021, McBride, a lawyer who then representing several January 6 defendants, said on Carlson's show that Runner, all right, was clearly a law enforcement officer. He's one of these people that they all said was a law enforcement. You know how they did Ray Epps? They said Ray Epps. They said feds. It's so funny, Trump supporters, how you call your own people feds. You call your own people FBI, and you don't claim them. It's so funny, MAGA, that it's Donald Trump's own supporters that are turning on him. And you turn around and accuse the Democrats. Something's wrong with your mind. It's like you said, April. The comprehension when it comes to MAGA is really, really low. MAGA comprehension has to be one of the worst things to ever infect the United States of America, right? Where did y'all go to school at, Trump supporters? Gloves are off. Where did you go to school at? Because this doesn't make sense. You know good and well no Democrats would put any Trump gear on and go to Washington, D.C. to try to frame Donald Trump. Where did you make that silly stuff up? Oh, I know. You made it up from your leader, Donald J. Trump, who had a lie for each state that he tried to promote this false elector conspiracy in. What a shame. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and give Rally Runner his salute on his way to jail. Rally Runner, this one's for you. Get him out of here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't got time for these MAGA folks, ladies and gentlemen. They're a bunch of criminals out here. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, look, we've reached that point in the live where it's time for Zeus to go to the box and hear from those of you who are brave enough to get in the box and tell the truth, all right? You know the rules. No lying allowed in the kingdom because we have a zero tolerance policy over here. Right now, the truth level, I've gotten the truth level up to a nice, comfortable 110%, and I have every intention of keeping it that way, all right? So, only thing I want to hear from the MAGA is Zeus. I'm very sorry for what I've done to this country. Do we have any Trump supporters that want to get in the box and apologize today? All right? Any Trump supporters out there that want to get in the box? Thank you so much for that. Any Trump supporters brave enough to get in the box and apologize to the United States of America? Yeah, tell the truth and shame the devil. None? Wow. Lady Tree, you see it? There's nothing to apologize for. Hold on. I saw something. Hold on. I saw something. Where's that at? Hold on. There's nothing. Okay, Michael Bailey. There's nothing to apologize for, but nice try, buddy. All right, Michael. You don't think there's anything? You don't think you have to apologize yet? Okay. Well, guess what? Since none of you are brave enough, I thought you were real strong people. I really did. But I guess you're still victims, right? You're just victims and you're afraid. I get it. You're afraid to get out here on TikTok. You're afraid to get out here on TikTok and do the right thing, right? And that's why I say MAGA has zero credibility. They're victims. They're still stuck in it. They go and watch movies like Sound of Freedom. They do, right? They go and watch those movies and somehow they think they've done something. Oh, I'm increasing awareness now. I deserve to be in the Guinness Book of World Records. I deserve to be, one of these people that gets a flag and our statue built because I went to go watch Sound of Freedom. Oh, I listened to Jason Aldean's song Yeah, try that in a small town, and I don't think it's racist, Zeus. So, yeah, I just think everything's great in America, and that President Biden is ruining this country. So why do I have to apologize? Right? That's what they say. And if they're not saying it out here on TikTok, I know this is what they say to themselves when the cameras are off and they're around their MAGA friends with the MAGA demon running rampant. All right, but you owe America an apology, because look at what you've done to this country. Look at what you've done. Country's now more divided than ever. You attacked our capital, led by your terrorist leader, Donald Trump, hanging off the Capitol building. What a shame. I could go on and on about this, but I'm going to go hear from some of you in the box who are brave enough to get started. Good morning, Brother Red Crown. How are you?
Good morning, Zeus. How are you, sir?
I'm doing just fine. Like I've eaten 1,000 boxes of Frosted Flakes, all right?
Hey, I've got something here. So you're Triple H, right?
That is absolutely true.
Okay, I am establishing the Triple S.
Oh, you're going to be Triple S.
I'm going to be Triple S.
Hell. Well, that's fascinating.
That's smart,
Oh.
sharp,
Oh.
and sexy.
Our good friend Attacking, he goes by the name of Triple S too.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, so we got two Triple S's in the kingdom, right?
Well, hey, the kingdom is large. The kingdom is large.
Your kingdom is very large. What would you say makes your Triple S better than his Triple S, if you don't mind?
Let's see, because I'm witty.
Go ahead and get it.
I say the truth.
Hey.
And did I tell you the chicken joke?
Oh, I think you did, but please go ahead and tell
I'm going to repeat it since you have a whole bunch of people in the chat room down there.
Yeah.
Okay, this answers the age-old question. Why the chicken crossed the road? Why
Was it an orange chicken?
Yes, it was a giant orange chicken.
Yes.
Crossed the road.
Why did the giant orange chicken cross the road, MAGA?
He crossed the road so that he could hold a Bible upside down in front of a church he never attended.
Yeah. You hear that, MAGA? You hear that? And we all saw that giant chicken cross the road.
We did. And we saw them, his escorts, tear gas, peaceful demonstrators. Remember that?
Right.
They were over there just, doing their thing that the Constitution allows. And all of a sudden, there's tear gas and crap everywhere.
Right. Would you consider that patriotic, Red Crown?
Who? I thought the protesters were patriotic. Yes.
What about how Trump handled that?
I think it was pretty chicken coop stuff.
Yeah, it was chicken coop.
Yeah. Well, I said coop because I don't want to get bands. Chicken coop stuff.
Fair enough. And thank you for keeping it clean, Red Crown.
I try, Zeus. But anyway, I partied hardy Tuesday night.
Why?
It was indictment day.
You know what they're saying right now, Red Crown? They're going around on TikTok still saying 0 conviction.
0 convictions?
Yeah, what do you have to say about that?
Well, apparently they can't add.
Oh.
I thought he was convicted of some type of SA.
Oh, he was.
That's what I thought. I listen to CNN sometimes, and they occasionally tell a truthful nugget.
Right.
And that was one of them. And I have a public service announcement too. Then I'm going to get off.
Okay, go for it, Brother Red, and I appreciate it.
Okay, sir. Okay, you MAGA people, I know you guys are hurting. Your leader's being abused. He's being piled on. You know, and it's just the way the Democrats are. We're just mean people. But Trump needs your money.
Oh.
We've already talked about, mortgaging that double wide again. But here's the key. If you really, really love the man, okay, Trump's watching. He's like God. He knows whatever feather falls from the sky. But if he knows you watch Fox News. Now, Fox News, you don't need cable TV to watch Fox News.
Right.
You can get up a cheapo antenna and hook it up to your TV, and there you go.
Right.
So that's $75 or $150 or $200 cable bill that you're paying every month. You can send that money to Trump.
Right.
So that will show that you are really dedicated. Bless you, sir. Bless you.
All right. Well, listen, Rick, I appreciate that, MAGA. Please send Donald Trump the rest that you have. All right?
Exactly.
All right.
Because he will be there for you.
Yeah, and he's going to come. If you send Trump all your money, trust me, your cup will runneth over. Sevenfold.
No, tenfold.
Tenfold. Wow. Okay, yeah. He's serious. He's serious like an heart attack. All right, Brother Red.
Zeus, I love you.
All right, love you too, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Brother Red a round of applause. It's not that hard to get in the box and tell the truth, all right? It's like my grandma always says, tell the truth and shame the devil. Which dictator does MAGA like the most? Wow, 90%, 91% of you said Vladimir Putin. What a shame. Sedition, treasonous thugs, communist, Marxist, fascist, everything that describes MAGA. What a shame. What a shame. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me bring up our next panelist, because, we got to switch it up. Good morning, Bushmaster. Greetings.
Good morning.
All right, is this our first time doing business?
No.
We've done business before.
Yes.
Oh, really? How come I don't remember you? Fair enough.
I don't think it was on your live. I think it was on another live.
Oh, well, we got to do it here, all right? All right, so I'm going to ask you some questions, and depending on how you answer them, it determines your fate in this kingdom, all right? All right, and the truth level is at 100%. All right, so we have to keep it there. You promise to tell the truth and nothing but the truth?
Depends on what you're talking about here.
Wait a second. You don't want to tell the truth? So
no, I believe in the truth.
do you promise to tell the truth, Bushmaster?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Do you?
Okay. Well, I've been telling the truth. Thanks for asking. But the first question.
I haven't heard any, because you said just before you let me know, you said communist.
Bushmaster.
I can't find a communist that supports Trump.
Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I have zero tolerance. I have zero tolerance for lies today. First off, you don't know what the heck you're talking about. The truth level is at 100%. Bushmaster, you got in your box and you said Zeus lied? What a shame. I keep saying this. If you've been getting an F in the class, you're not going to teach the class how to pass. You got to get to the back. Sit your special behind down and listen to this special broadcast. Jeez. Do you promise to tell the truth? It depends. Failed right there. We don't need to go any further. Why would I listen, ladies and gentlemen, you got to protect your mind from these folks. This MAGA demon is running rampant all over social media. You don't want to even acknowledge that you should tell the truth. Well, what the heck is there to talk about? After I didn't level the playing field, I put all this truth out here. I got all this information about Jack Smith's indictment. We got Biden. Bushmaster, cut it out, all right? Only thing you can do, Bushmaster, and I'm being really sincere and I'm being very kind. The only thing you should do is get in this box and apologize. And I do mean that, Bushmaster, because that mentality that you have has done this country a huge disservice. And I really do mean that. And I'm saying that with the utmost care that I can say. All right. You've done a lot of harm to this country, a lot of harm to this country, and you know it. Let's bring up our next guest. Parker Truth, greetings. How are you?
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
All right. This is our first time doing business, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right. You know how this goes. I got to ask you some questions, and depending on how you answer them, it determines your fate. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
And you promise to tell the truth?
I'll do the best I can.
Okay. All right. I have a zero tolerance for lies. All right.
Well, if I don't know it, I'll say I don't know it, but I'll try to answer it the best I can.
Okay. It's nothing personal. I just got to keep the live going, and I don't need people getting reported. All right. All right. First question. In your opinion, was the 2020 election stolen?
No.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Next question. In your opinion, who would you say is responsible for the attack on the Capitol on January 6th?
I would have to say that was a collective. I couldn't name one person, but if I had to, I would say Trump.
Okay. Start there. All right. I was about to hit the disconnect button for a second, Parker, okay, because I got to keep it clean. The last and final question. In your opinion, do you think President Biden is guilty of any crimes?
I haven't seen any evidence to give you a truthful answer on that. I don't know. I'll say I don't know. I don't know.
Have you seen anything yet?
I've heard a lot, but we haven't seen nothing.
So with that being the case, that means what?
That means what? To me, it means that he's getting pretty lucky. He's got the right people in office. I mean,
Parker?
Does it not seem like a double-edged sword? Like Trump's already be in jail, but he's not. If he wasn't running for president, do you think they'd be going after him?
I can't do it, Parker. I gotta save you. I don't want you to lose your account today on TikTok. These folks in here, listen, if you didn't know, these folks in here will do you in if you get in here and start lying. All right, Parker? So please, there's nothing to debate. If there's no docket number, and these are rules you created, Parker, and your friend Snuggles, these are rules you created. Where's the docket number? The correct answer, Parker, and all right, and you sound like a great person, and I hope we get to check in once again later, but you got to pass these questions in order to at least start talking on this platform. If you can't pass these questions, it's not going to be a good conversation. I'm just going to end it, all right? The correct answer is no, President Biden isn't guilty of any crimes because there's no evidence of him committing crimes. I just did a part earlier. James Comer, he didn't even show up to the hearing yesterday. You have no dirt on President Biden. None. The only thing I want MAGA to do, again, if you're going to send me a request, please just say, Zeus, I want to come up and apologize. That's it. All right? And apologize to the United States for all the wrongdoing you have done. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up some new guests. Let's see who we got next. All right. Good morning, Brother Bach. Welcome.
Hello, how are you doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm fine. Hey, you played taps, so everybody in here had to stand up and salute, but you saluted with your left hand. You're supposed to salute with your right hand.
I think the camera's inverted, Bach. Cut it out.
Okay. What I really wanted to say was I was live yesterday with some people, and the name sounded like rhymed with Snuggles and Janae.
Oh,
And something really simple to ask is, like you said earlier. He said there's no convictions. There's no convictions. Of course, there's
yeah,
no convictions. They haven't gone to court yet, trial yet.
correct.
But my question was simply, do you want a president or a presidential candidate that has 3 indictments, or can we not see if there's actual Republican candidates that don't have indictments? That would be like a very easy bar to kind of
Right,
cross, right?
right. Well, MAGA is in control of the Republican Party, so I think that's the issue, right? Trump took over the Republican Party,
That's true.
and there's the old Republican Party no longer. It's no longer. It doesn't exist. These are people who do not care that Trump is a criminal. They don't.
What's our standard? What is our standard for the senior leader of this country? How many indictments is okay?
Well, if you think the DOJ is weaponized and corrupt, none of these matter, right?
Right. But I don't think they're corrupt. It's easy to not get an indictment. You just don't do wrong things, right?
So they say.
I mean, that's kind of the formula. Just don't break the law and you won't get an indictment.
Right. You hear that, Trump supporters? Don't break the law.
And you won't get an indictment.
Simple.
Okay, that's all I had. I didn't want to take up all your time, but I'm just wondering. I got blocked anyway, so I can't go back and talk to them.
You've been blocked?
I got blocked. Stacy blocked me.
Who? Who blocked you?
Stacy.
Wow.
It must have been bad, right? If she blocked me.
Wow. I'm shocked. I'm speechless, Bach. I didn't know they blocked their fellow Republicans. Wow.
Well, they blocked me because they said I was mean to Janae.
Oh. And these are good friends of mine, by the way, folks. I'm so sorry I'm entertaining this normally. But this is why I say what I've been saying. The gloves are now off, MAGA. We used to be a lot kinder, but the gloves are now off, right? The jar has now been opened, right? Well, listen, Bach, I appreciate it.
You enjoy your Thursday, and I will as well.
All right. Thank you so much, my brother, and always keep bringing the truth. All right.
All right. See ya.
See ya, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give Brother Bach a round of applause.
Everyone knows and I wouldn't have said this 3 weeks ago. I wouldn't have said it. I was actually very kind to him. But now we can't be kind anymore because the gloves are off. The jar has been opened.
Right.
He's taken millions of dollars from other countries like China. He's totally compromised. He's taken millions and millions of dollars from other countries.
Every MAGA accusation is a MAGA confession. To my friends on the right who are blocking the truth out, all I can say is, what a shame. On one side, you get out here and say, why can't we all just come together? But then we find out behind the scenes, you're sowing seeds of discord amongst the brethren in the kingdom. You're dividing us right here, out here on social media. What a shame. Why block the truth? Don't block people like Zeus, right? Why are you trying to be like Zeus, the one you villainized and said he's a liar? Zeus is king of misinformation. Zeus never tells the truth. He blocks us. Zeus, unblock my main account. This is what they tell me. Zeus, I can't believe you. This satire, Zeus, it's so serious. People are taking you serious, Zeus. They're in a cult, Zeus. This is what the Trump supporters say to me all the time, telling on themselves. What a shame. You know what I say, Trump supporters? If you don't like this live, if you don't like this content where we're out here telling the truth and we have zero tolerance for lies and misinformation, you can leave.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, If you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now.
That's right.
Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
All right. And we mean that. Good morning, Shay, the beautiful Shay. How are you?
Hey. Hey. Let's sing it. Let's go, Dems. Let's sing it. Let's go. Come on. Today is another day to be arrested today.
Sing it.
Yes, sing it. It's a cruel, cruel summer. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Sing it, Trump supporters.
Sing it, Trump supporters. It's a cruel summer for Trump. Hey, what did they say? I can't understand. Yeah, we know you can't understand it.
They can't.
They can't.
Tell them, Shay.
Here we go. We're just going to sing this verse. You guys ready? All right, let's go. It's a cruel, cruel summer. Yes, it is for Trump. Keeping me here on my own. It's a cruel,
I love it.
Summer. Hey.
It's a cruel summer.
Okay, here we go.
Tell them, Jay. Listen up, MAGA. This is real. This is very real.
Yeah, no, sorry. I thought I'd change it up a little bit. I tell you get a few MAGA in the box. It kind of brings your energy down just a little bit.
Right. I have a zero tolerance for it today. It might seem harsh, but they at least can go live in other lives. Because if they get in the box here and they lie, they get banned. They get reported. There's zero tolerance.
They do, and they don't like this channel, this bat channel. This is hard for them, It's hard for them. It's not, they just don't want to accept that they've been bamboozled. They don't want to accept that they relied on this guy. And listen, my husband was asking me these questions, and I said, listen, we're dealing with years of misinformation. Mm-hmm. This isn't just Trump. Trump didn't create this. He didn't invent it. He's not the mastermind. Everybody's like, well, we elected him because he's so different. And I was like, no. He used to be a Democrat. He used to watch everything. He is a media guy, very focused on what the media does.
Right.
So watch the media, and people like Rush Limbaugh and a lot of those people just get into their brains to tell them not to trust the government at all. Like you cannot. And so when you sit here and you say, listen, every single thing in this indictment is not about the Democrats. It's every single Republican that is literally testifying that he said this, did this, knew this, etc. So why do you keep saying it's a witch hunt?
Right.
I mean, what? I don't understand why y'all can't get this. Like, it has nothing to do with me and Zeus. We didn't do any of this. It's not Democrats that are doing this. He broke the law. There is heavy investigations have been going on, and it's everyone that's walked in and said, this is what happened. Pence and Meadows and all of them have basically said, this is what happened. And they're going to be on the stand testifying because that's what's going to happen.
Is Nancy Pelosi going to testify?
No, because Nancy doesn't have anything to do with it.
I keep trying to tell these folks.
I mean, she might get up there and say he never told me to get the National Guard. First of all, I can't get the National Guard. At some point, people need to realize that.
Right.
And, she may get up there and say that if he tries to pull that out.
Yeah.
Then they may bring her in for that. Is this true? Can you call in the National Guard? No, I cannot. Thank you very much. You're dismissed, Mrs. Pelosi. Thank you. I don't know what to do for you guys. I mean, at some point you need to understand that he has done this to himself. He listened to really bad actors, or what did Pence call them?
Call them crackpot lawyers.
Crackpot lawyers. I mean, guys, he doesn't surround himself with people. I mean, look what Giuliani. Oh my God, is such a sleazebag. What is it? These are the people he hangs out with.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me that you guys are just invested in this is just a witch hunt. And, I was listening to live today. Somebody's like yelling like, oh yeah, well, the minute that, Hunter Biden said something, they raided Mar-a-Lago or something ridiculous.
Oh, they got a timeline that is trying to align. They're trying to align Hunter Biden's situation with Trump's indictments.
Yep. Right? Yeah, that's it. And I just so laugh at everything. Like I'm like, what? One doesn't have to do with the other. You know, Hunter didn't go take the documents and put them in Mar-a-Lago. If he did, then you could tie the two in. If not, stop it. Like, it's ridiculous.
Right.
And impeach Hunter. Go ahead, impeach Hunter Biden. Please do. We don't care.
Impeach him.
Impeach Hunter. Yeah, they're not going to be able to, you know, so many of the Republicans are saying there is no vote to impeach Biden. There's no evidence. There's no votes. They're not even going to bring it to the floor. You're the one being distracted. Like you said, a MAGA confession is a MAGA, you know, or a MAGA, what is it?
Accusation. A MAGA accusation is a MAGA confession.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is.
They tell themselves all the time. If you read this indictment, I mean, the Wisconsin memo was called the fraudulent electors memo. And I'm like, you literally emailed a memo called fraudulent electors. You circulated it and you called it that. You couldn't have thought of a better name. Just silly.
You might as well have said the attempt to overthrow the government.
Yeah.
Just put that in the byline.
Just silly. They tried to run the parallel elector scheme in sync with the real elector situation. And this is how they got caught. And what? How did you find out it was me?
Yeah. I mean, so when they seized, you know, Jeffrey Clark's phone and John Eastman's phones and they looked through their emails, it wasn't hard to find it, was it?
No.
Like, there's one that says fake electors.
Yeah. Just silly. That's why I say MAGA has no credibility with me. Zero.
So funny.
If I ever had to plan something, I'm going to ask these people, are you a Trump supporter? Yeah, okay. I don't even want to plan it with you because you don't know what the heck you're doing.
Oh, definitely. I mean, they're the dumbest, ignorant criminals ever. Absolutely. Like, who writes fake electors in the email when you know it's illegal? They know it's illegal. Like, here, I'm an attorney, right? You're supposed to know the law, right? Yeah. And you're like, hey, let me make sure, put that in the, you know, and BCC it and everything. Oh my God, it is. It's crazy. Like,
this is nonsense at a level we've never seen before. And they think that we're the ones they still think we're the ones attacking them. We haven't done a thing yet.
No, we're just here laughing at you people. Like, we're literally sitting here going, what do you not see? We don't get it. Like, come on. They're basically just standing on the street corner and going, yep, we tried to overturn the government. Here we are. The little dunce hat, little stupid is pointing the arrow towards that person and the arrow going up to the other person.
Exactly. Well, Shay, listen, we got to move on to our next guest, but as always, it's a pleasure hearing from you.
Always, Zeus. Thank you so much, sir, for everything. All right. Love you guys.
All right. Love you too. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Shay a round of applause. All right. We're going to bring up our next guest. I think it's going to be Snuggles. For those of you who don't know what Snuggles or who he is, the best way to describe Snuggles is he's like a engine. You ever hear one of these cars, you know, rev it, you know, you hear all this noise being made and the car is not going anywhere. That's Snuggles, right? All right. And it sounds a little like this. Right. Car ain't went nowhere. It went nowhere when he gets in the box. All right, I know. They don't like this, but I'm going to give him a couple of seconds, depending on what he has to say. All right, and I hope he's telling the truth. Good morning, Snuggles.
Mr. Crossings, such a great morning. I got to tell you that.
Snuggles, why do you have your camera on? Seriously. I wasn't ready.
I want to show some handsomeness. Now, Mr. Crossings, I want to tell you that the Philadelphia Trump rally was beautiful. We're running for president of the United States. I mean, it was huge, full packed stadium. We are ready for 2024. No convictions, zero convictions at all, and just a lot of talk in these Democratic rooms.
They're asking you to turn the camera off, Snuggles. Is it possible?
It's okay. Hey, is it against the law to text? I didn't know it was criminal to be able to do text messages. Freedom of speech. I mean, is it against the law to text somebody?
No.
Okay, great. Then what's the problem?
That's a good question. What do you think the problem is?
Oh. There's no problems because I've been telling you for many, many years, Mr. Crossings. It feels like I sound like a broken record. No convictions. Get my stakes. Let's get rocking and rolling.
You sound like an engine that's revving, Snuggles, and it's not going anywhere.
And you know what? Your engines are all revving, right? But you haven't hit go yet. You haven't pulled forward. You're stuck on indictment, and you're saying you won. I mean, come on. That's a stuck engine to me.
Okay. So, well, did you hear about what Trump's going to be doing today?
Yeah. I'd like to have a small wager with you. Just a small one.
What is the wager?
Let's just do like maybe a $10 bet, okay? Will there be a mugshot today?
There's not going to be a mugshot.
Why? He's such a dangerous criminal, according to you. He's a terrorist. He did January 6th. Where is the mugshot? Thank you for all the gifts, people. Thank you so much.
Right.
Where's the mugshot?
We got enough pictures of him. We don't need to see it. But
I'm just letting you know, there's a lot of people that.
Why is he going to Washington, D.C. today?
Why? Well,
why?
It's the arraignment today, right? Yeah. Arraignment, everything. That's going to be my next live today, Mr. Crossings. I am going to have a celebration for the Democrats. I mean, thank you for the gifts. I am going to have a celebration for the Democrats. Please come to my live. Even you attacking, I'll let you in. Let me just tell you this, guys. It's a celebration of indictment and arraignments. Yay! Where's the convictions, though? Ladies and gentlemen, please come to my live. We could talk about how the Democrats are stuck on indictments.
Well, listen, Snuggles. Anything else to say before we end this? I think you've done what you came.
Thank
to
you.
Do, right?
Hey, Mr. Crossings, I love you, brother. I do. When am I going to get my stakes? Can we just cash it in now?
Cut it out, Snuggles. Ladies and gentlemen.
Democrats, get those knee pads ready!
And they wonder, see, that's a great example, right? Because people think that Zeus is too harsh on MAGA. That's a good example of why I do the work that I do. You see how deranged he sounded? Oh my gosh, he sounded so deranged.
He's deranged.
Didn't he sound deranged? He sounded like he was unhinged.
He's deranged.
Oh my God. Now all of a sudden, he wants to be celebrating Trump's indictments. He wasn't talking like that a couple of days ago. When Jack Smith dropped that indictment, you should have seen him all on his social media platform. He was crying. He was in tears. But now he just uses my platform to grift from his supporters. And you know what? Every time they send him those gifts, I just laugh. I chuckle. Snuggles or Zeus? Wow, 90%. Say Zeus. Every time they send him those gifts, I chuckled. I said, look, these are the same people crying about the economy. It's so bad, Zeus. It's so bad, Zeus. We can't even buy eggs. We can't buy gas. But every time I catch them on TikTok, giving these liars like Snuggles money. What a shame, right? MAGA, they lie. They lie so easily. All right. Good morning, April, the beautiful April. How are you?
Oh, no, you did not bring me up after that.
Yes. It's nothing as far as I'm concerned. There's nothing accomplished.
No. We know there's never anything real. There's just no convictions, no
Right.
convictions. We're just waiting on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to ask all the Trump supporters,
Talk to them.
um, when are you going to see the light?
Mm.
You know there is proof. You've heard Trump with his own words saying and doing the things that they're accusing him of.
Right.
So why are you not looking at this stuff? Do you
Mm.
hate America?
They
Do you
do.
hate America?
They do.
Do you not believe in holding criminals accountable for
Mm.
stuff?
Mm.
I mean, I don't get it. I love America, Zeus. Do you
I
love
do
America?
too. Yeah, absolutely. That's why we
I
do what we
stand with
do.
you. I don't stand against you. I stand with you, my fellow Americans.
Amen.
Not the fake patriot Americans. They are not
Exactly.
for America. They are for Trump. Bottom
Mm.
line.
Yeah,
It's not America. Because if you were for America, you would hold criminals accountable.
you would.
And they're absolutely not holding him accountable for anything.
Nope.
Okay, no conviction, no conviction. I don't care. We've heard the man's words.
Right.
We've heard it.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous.
Right.
And I have all I have such wonderful MAGA supporters.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, sometimes QAnon come into my lives.
Oh my God.
And you bring up one thing, you say, okay, so the impeachment.
Mm-hmm.
But what about Hunter?
Oh my God.
The second impeachment. What about Hunter?
Mm.
The first indictment. What about Hunter? Who cares about Hunter? Yeah.
No one.
Who cares? We have watched the hearings, and that's another thing. Have you watched the hearings, Zeus?
Oh,
Have
they
you watched
have it.
all the hearings?
Mm-mm.
So you know what? We'll start with Durham. He absolutely said the FBI had reasons to investigate.
Talk to him.
Absolutely had reasons, but they leave that part out.
Oh.
You know, they can't get over the fact that Matt Gaetz even called Durham out because he wasn't giving up the stuff, you know?
Right.
Because he didn't find anything.
Mm.
He didn't find anything on Joe Biden. Just like Congress, you've not seen one bit of evidence. Where's the 14 recordings we've been hearing about?
Where are they?
I don't know. It might be in the laptop.
Right.
You know, it might be in the laptop.
Right.
And where's all the documents?
Where?
Where's all the bank statements?
Where,
They're telling
man?
you all this, but there is no proof. So you keep pushing this Joe Biden. It is a deflection to keep you off of what your criminal God is doing. He's a traitor to America. He's a traitor to Americans. He's grifting off of you, and you're letting him do it. It's ridiculous. It's getting so old, and I'm so proud of you, Zeus. I love Dark Zeus.
Yeah, I love you. Like Dark Zeus?
Who agrees that Dark Zeus needs to pop out once in a while?
Right. You know, he's here. All right.
But when we just start believing what someone tells us, Zeus, that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
They have no evidence of anything. They don't realize how.
So sorry.
They don't realize how we can make videos and add people, add voices, do this and that.
Right.
The reality has just left some of these people. So
You're right.
I don't know. I'm not religious, but everyone that is religious, just pray for these people.
Yeah,
Ooh,
you're right.
Lord.
You're totally right, April. And thank you so much. All right, for having the courage to come in the box and tell the truth. And you know, like my grandmother says, shame the devil. You've taken the truth level, because it did when Snuggles got in, right? We were at 100. He brought it down to like 90%, but you brought it back up to 100% with that. All right.
Thank you, Zeus.
Right.
Well, I'll talk to you later. Have a good one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful April a round of applause. You see, ladies and gentlemen, we're at that. we're in a situation right now with MAGA where we have a zero tolerance for them. We cannot allow their lies and misinformation to get any more wings than they've already got. As a matter of fact, we need to go start clipping their wings because these folks are traitors. These folks are hypocrites, seditious, conspiracy thugs. All right? The real thug is right above, right here. He says, in reality, they're not after me, they're after you. I'm just in the way. Excuse me, what? What person, what individual with their brain intact, fully intact, working, firing properly, what individual really believes this? If you believe that, ladies and gentlemen, you deserve whatever happens. Those folks that are in jail right there for January 6th, I have no mercy for them. Lock them up. And if I could do it, I'd throw away the key. As a matter of fact, put them on a boat, not even a boat, a raft, and put them in put them in the Pacific Ocean and just point them over to Russia and let God deal with them because that's where they belong. These are no patriots. These are traitors. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. We got a lot to deal with this morning. All right. Good morning, Dark Nutty. We have a packed house. Wow. Good morning, brother Dark Nutty. And you're Dark Nutty today.
Oh, hell yes. I said it because I wanted my thunder strikes.
Oh, let's give it
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-oh, let me get
To have that in your background and to know that he really feels that way and that these morons, I'm not keeping nothing nice today. I'm just letting you know. To know that these morons still believe this fool, it shows how much of a fool they are. Y'all need to stop. You all are the worst. You all, as Anthony would say, you all are worse than the Confederacy. And I don't know if anything could get worse than the Confederacy, but until now, MAGA is worse than the Confederacy because at least with the Confederacy, they were fighting for a cause that they believed in. What cause are you fighting for? You're fighting for a man, a twice impeached, a 3-time indicted, over 80 charges against a man. And you guys keep continuing to be on your knees giving this dude fellatio. What is your problem? Did your mama teach you any better? Come on with it.
It's tight, but it's right. Tell him, Nutty.
Like seriously, you keep saying I'm a patriot. The devil is a lie. You don't even know what a patriot is. A patriot is to put your country first. How are you putting your country first? Tell me. I'll wait. The Jeopardy music is themed in the background. It keeps going off because you have no answer. How are you putting your country first when you are letting one man ruin lives? And I don't feel sorry for any of these unindicted co-conspirators. I don't feel sorry for anyone who gets involved with Donald Trump and ends up getting charges, catching charges, because y'all knew from the beginning what type of person he is.
They did.
So you took the chance, and guess what? You lost that gamble. You lost that bet because now your butt's getting indicted. So I feel sorry for none of yous. None of ya. I hope you get what's coming to you.
Goodness gracious.
All I gotta say is don't drop the soap, bruh. Don't drop the soap because it's gonna come in long and hard. Yeah.
My
Don't drop it.
Nutty.
And so and furthermore, you know what? Keep talking about Hunter because Hunter is gonna laugh all the way to his couch while Trump is in a jail cell. And Ashley Babbitt is in that cell that she's in, that she's going to be forever and ever. Hey, man.
Hey, are you talking about hell?
Hey, man.
Oh, Lord.
Because y'all want to talk about this, that, and the others, except for what's right in front of your face, that Donald Trump is a criminal. We all know that the indictment is allegations. But one thing is for sure.
What's that?
The DA the prosecutors,
Talk to
they're
me.
not going to indict anyone without proof.
Mm.
Snuggles, cut it out. You keep asking
Oh.
for the proof. The proof is in the indictment. You
Mm.
admittedly said that you didn't read the indictment, and none of you mag turds do because you don't know how to read. Read the freaking indictment. Just to be accused of what he's being accused of, it should be enough to turn your stomachs. But it's
Yeah,
not.
it really should.
It's not.
It's too scary for them to read.
And
You know
then they're
that,
going to say,
right?
well, what about Hunter? Again, I don't care about Hunter. If Hunter did something wrong, throw him under the jail too, right with the Trumpers.
Right.
And
Right.
if it comes out that Joe Biden did anything wrong, guess what I'm going to be saying? He needs to be held accountable. But you know
Exactly.
what? I'm not even going to say that again because we all know that none of us out here in these TikTok streets, as Toy would say, is going to sit there and defend Joe Biden if he's proven to have done anything
Mhm.
wrong. None of us are going to defend him.
Nope. No. If Biden ever led an attack against our United States government, same treatment.
Oh, if not worse.
Yeah.
If not worse. Because for me, it's going to be worse because he's someone that I supported.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so, okay. And if I support you and then you turn around and you do something like that, yeah, I got nothing else for you. I ain't got nothing else for you.
Yeah. Tell them.
So,
All right, Nutty. Well, listen, I appreciate that, my brother.
well, I'm out of here because I don't want to get you banned because I'm feeling like a band moment today.
Oh, don't do
So,
it. Don't.
oh no, I ain't gonna do it. No, I ain't gonna do it. But I'll holler at you. Thanks a lot, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Brother Nutty a round of applause. We're keeping it clean. We're keeping it tight because we got to keep it right over here, ladies and gentlemen. See, what happens over here, ladies and gentlemen, is we keep the door to the floor, all right? When you keep the door to the floor, ain't nothing going to wiggle through, right? And that goes for you, MAGA demons. You go ahead and sit your special behinds down and listen to this special broadcast, MAGA. You lost all credibility, all right? We don't trust you. That's just the way it is right now. We do not trust MAGA to do anything right, all right? Let alone educate us on what the government got's going on. You can take that. You can take that to the bank. Good morning, Brother Swervin.
Good morning, Zeus. I hope you and all the rest of the constituents in the kingdom are doing well this morning.
We are.
As I am having a pretty decent day myself. You know, we have our third indication on Donald Trump, and you know, I don't know if you were aware or not, Zeus, but Jen Jordan. I think I mentioned this to you last night or day before. Jen Jordan bore witness. She was a Democratic congressperson from the state of Georgia, and Jen Jordan bore witness to the Magadonians, aka Rudy Kaludi and John Eastman, and all these people converging on Georgia, having a private meeting with the state election committee, talking about how they could overturn the election. And so she has been subpoenaed by Fani Willis.
What?
And I believe that she spoke to Fani either yesterday or today. I'm not sure which. But you know, I just wanted to say the number 75 is stuck out in my head for two reasons. One, it's the age that I hope I can live to and exceed. And two, that is the number of felony charges that Donald Trump has against him. And as we go back through history, Hunter Biden's laptop has 0. Joe Biden has 0. Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, George Bush, Bill Clinton, George Bush Sr., Ronald Reagan, Jimmy Carter, Gerald Ford, Nixon. They all have 0 felony indictments against them.
Wow.
And if you add them all up together, if you go back through the history of our presidency for the past 190 years, you still won't have as many felony indictments as Donald Trump has against him.
Wow.
If you take all of that stuff and put it together.
Wow.
So, as y'all are very fond of saying, the devil is a lie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think that they are picking on Donald Trump, swerving? I mean, really?
No, they're not picking on Donald Trump. This whole notion that they're picking on Donald Trump, it's absolutely ridiculous. And I've said it before to you, Zeus, and I've said it in my own lives. Donald Trump is in the position he's in because of Donald Trump. He's the one that ran his mouth. He's the one that took documents. He's the one that assaulted E. Jean Carroll. He's the one that assaulted all these other women. He was the one that was hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein. Created the issues with the Central Park Five. The DOJ sued him back in the 70s for refusing to rent people of color. He ran his own charity into the ground to where him and his children are completely banned from running any kind of charity in the state of New York. Donald Trump is where he's at because of Donald Trump. Nobody did it to him. And this is the problem when you have someone who's affluent who doesn't believe anything will ever stick to him. And the notion that he's sitting there talking about, they're coming after me and I'm protecting you. They're not coming after nobody else. They're coming after him, and they're coming after people who were surrounded by him, who went along with this garbage to try to defraud the American public out of their votes. To disenfranchise 81 million people who voted for Joe Biden. That's what they wanted to do. Why? Because he's an authoritarian, wannabe dictator piece of crap. Pure and simple. That's what he is. That's what he'll always be. And these people are still sitting there paying his legal fees. And Bill Barr said it last night. I don't understand, and I've said it before too. I don't understand why a multi-billionaire, a self-proclaimed multi-billionaire, constantly needs everybody else's money, the hard-working money of the American people, while they're sitting there dealing with inflation and trying to pay their bills. And him and Rudy Kaludi and Lady G, they're constantly running around begging for money. To give to Donald Trump to pay his legal fees. Over $40 million in legal fees. Now, if you paying that much money in legal fees, you did something wrong. Something ain't going your way. And another number that I'll bring up, Zeus, that I brought up to you the other day, 4,095. That is the number of lawsuits that Donald Trump has left in his wake over his career.
What?
4,095.
Wow.
Some of those he was defendant, some of those he was the plaintiff.
Wow.
So he settled over hundreds of them. And what did he say on national television? If you're not guilty, you don't settle. If you're not guilty, you don't plead the fifth. He's such a hypocrite. He's such a hypocrite, and he's such a liar.
Wow.
It's just pathetic. And these people have their lips firmly glued to his taint, and they keep sucking his booty hole, talking about, I'm going to give you money for this, and Donald Trump did that, and we had the economy. Meanwhile, everybody forgets about 2020. And when you ask, well, what policy did he put in place to help the economy? They have no answer.
None.
And then he made that ridiculous statement talking about George Floyd is smiling down on the stock market today. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Are you kidding me right now?
He sounds deranged.
He's a deranged, psychopathic lunatic. And his defense team, his theory, they're theorizing that his defense team will be, the defense they're going to try to put up is he really didn't know that he lost the election. So basically, you're going to put up a defense of Donald Trump is stupid, which is something that we already knew. So you go for it. You run that defense. Let's see how it works out for you.
Right. Because either he's delusional or a criminal, right? Because he's still trying to act like he doesn't know Biden won.
He's a delusional criminal.
Oh, Lord.
Let's be real.
Wow.
He's a delusional criminal. He thinks he's one of these supervillains out of a freaking Batman.
Just made my head explode with that one out of
Zeus, he thinks he's one of these supervillains out of a Batman comic or something, to where nothing's ever going to stick to him. Well, 75 felony charges are sticking to him, and he's getting ready to be arrested later today for the third time in 4 months. Can you imagine being arrested for the third time in less than 4 months?
Wow. Shouldn't he be in jail by now? I mean, at this point, he should just be in jail. This is ridiculous.
They need to put him in a holding cell, shave his head, delouse him like anybody else who had to walk through the doors of Rikers. Put him in an orange jumpsuit and say, you know what, we putting you on pretrial confinement. We're by Secret Service. Don't worry, they'll be outside the prison having a hot dog waiting on you to come out. Don't worry about them.
Tell them swerving.
They're going to be sitting there like, we got you, boo-boo. Don't worry about it.
Lies detected.
And don't drop the soap. Now, the other thing I wanted to say is this, Zeus. You know me, I'm not a very religious man. I've said to you before and my other friends, faith is a gift that I have yet to receive. Okay. But I'm trying my best to try to receive that gift because I think it is a gift. And I'm trying my best to understand that gift and receive that gift. So later today,
all right,
you know, I've been in situations where me and Jesus Christ, we was tight.
Right.
And later today, I'm gonna try to have another conversation with Mr. Christ.
Okay.
And I'm gonna talk to Jesus about snuggles.
Okay.
And
you gonna take it to God?
I'm gonna try to take it to the Lord and say, Father God, please help this man understand his delusions of grandeur. And just open his mind a little bit and stop worrying about who lied to him now when he wasn't worried about who lied to him back in the day. So
listen, I might have to join you, brother. I might have to join you, okay? Because he does need a special prayer, don't he?
Yeah, me and Jesus gonna try to have that conversation, and I don't even know how to pray, but I understand as long as I open my heart to Him, He will hear me, and we will see what we can do for Snuggles there, because I feel for the brother. He's lost.
Yeah, he is.
He's lost, and he needs something a little bit more than Donald Trump feeding his narrative. So we'll see how that goes. So Zeus, I heard my bell. You get back to managing the affairs of the kingdom.
All right.
I will still be sitting here listening and enjoying. And yeah.
All
you
right.
hang loose, brother. Be safe and have fun while you're doing it. Okay.
All right. You're right. You as well, my brother. And thank you so much for dropping all that truth. The truth level is at 110%. Man, I don't know how y'all do this, but thank you.
Always a pleasure, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Brother Swerving a round of applause. Not that hard to get in the box and tell the truth, ladies and gentlemen. Tell the truth and shame the devil. We have a zero tolerance for MAGA and their lies over here. We really do. All of us, we're hardworking people in America. We don't got time for no nonsense, and all they do is parade around nonsense on TikTok, spreading lies and misinformation. You know, and you got to look at it. When you got the word conservative in front, they call themselves conservatives. The first three letters, what is it? C-O-N, con? Yeah, con artist, right? That's what comes to mind when I see the word conservative. Con artists, criminals, bad conduct, right? What a shame. Y'all should just go ahead. Don't even put conservative in front of your name. Just put liars. Put liar Snuggles. Put hypocrite Snuggles. Put something else that's a little more accurate, all right? And stop trying to confuse people because like my good friend Swerve said, you need prayer right now. They need prayer, all right? And we're going to get them some prayer over here, ladies and gentlemen. We really will. Good morning, Sister Takesha. How are you? Welcome. Uh-oh. Face reveal. Praise the Lord.
Hey, Zeus.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. It feels great, especially now that we get to see your lovely face. Wow.
Thank you, Zeus. Listen, Zeus, you've been kicking people out the box faster than a wife that found her husband sleeping with the neighbor. I've been tickled all morning. I have been tickled all morning. You have no tolerance today, and I'm very proud of you for that. Nice. But let me say this. I heard something so astounding this morning.
Talk to him.
I heard Bach when he said that Stacy blocked him. And I was so amazed that she was even had sense enough to know how to block somebody.
Oh, wow.
Because, I pass by her lives and stuff, and I take a little listen. And so each time I hear her, I order her a Hooked on Phonics tape. So right now I'm at 25, and I'm going to box them up and send them to her because she's real... she's real stupid.
Oh, go keep it clear.
I'm sorry, I had to say it. I'm not gonna say that word, but
we gotta represent
Hooked on Phonics. Let me just say Hooked on Phonics.
My Lord. What is going on in the kingdom?
I have 25 tapes. I have 25 tapes for her. But listen, I've been hearing the people say that they think that this indictment, this last one, is gonna prove that the election was stolen. Zeus.
Did it prove it? Did it prove it?
They said when we go to court and all the evidence come out, that it's gonna prove that the election was really stolen.
I think he's gonna take a plea deal before they go to court. That's just my opinion.
Zeus. He's a narcissist. He's not even gonna take a plea deal. So
wow.
Come on, Zeus. He's not going to take a plea deal. He's going to take it all the way to the end. And when they find him guilty, he's still going to be using that they're just coming after him. It's a witch hunt. But I don't know how your own cabinet can be witch hunting you.
Right.
But one thing I do know, Zeus, is that the people that are taking up for him in Congress, they're at home laughing and talking about him like we are behind closed doors.
You think so?
If we put some recordings in their home, we'll hear them talking about them. But they're shamed. They can't come out and say the man that they've been backing is a thief of the United States, is a person who tried. Yes, the thief. You know, the thief come to steal, kill, and destroy. And he's done all that. And they know this, but they can't come out and say it. Like Victoria's Secret model Kevin McCarthy. You know, I told you I saw his wife in there getting him some panties. So
that's hilarious.
Listen, you know she buy him the 7 for $24. So he comes out and he says all of these things after something happens, but Kevin's not saying that at home.
He's not.
You know why I know Kevin's not saying that at home?
How do you know?
Kevin really thinks that he earned that seat he's sitting in, and he had to beg for it.
He
so
did.
There's no way he's at home saying that stuff, Zeus. Victoria's Secret model is lying. And then, bless your heart, you got Sweathead. He can't even get his money from Trump to pay his wife. He had to come out and tell the truth that he lied on those women. So now Sweathead went to Jack on his own, you know, to admit that, hey, Trump's lying. You know, I lied, Trump lied. So now Sweathead's and, you know, he's about to go to jail. You know, so everybody is flipping on him faster than the IHOP pancake house.
Hey, give me some good pancakes now.
I'm just saying, they flipping on him just like, you know, you flip those pancakes at the IHOP. So I don't understand. There's not one Democrat that has said anything about Trump. So why are they saying that we're doing this to him? It's his own people.
Thanks.
It's his own people. If his toupee would not play tug of war with the back of his neck, you know, because you can see how the toupee is kind of, it's winning.
Yeah.
It's winning because
it got all of that congested.
You know, it got that little hood on the front, so we could tell that the back of his neck is not winning the tug of war.
Right.
So, you know, the toupee is taking over. If he would just tell the truth, and they would stop protecting him like the hood of the toupee is protecting him from the sun, we're going to start calling him visor head, then we would have a little more respect for them, Zeus.
Oh, my God.
We got no respect.
No.
Because they're lying. I'm sick of fabric sheets keeping on talking about conviction, but who gets convicted before they go to court?
Think about that, Snuggles.
That's what I'm saying. What they say make no sense. Tell Snuggles we're not coming over to that live to help him get past 134 people every day. You know, there's no numbers. We're not coming over there to get his views up. Let him know we're not doing that. He's going to have to go and advertise himself on the laundry aisle at Walmart and see if he can get money and gifts that way. Because we're not going over to Fabric Sheets live, okay? We're not doing that.
Woo! Rinse.
Now enough is enough.
Rinse, like my good friend Lindsay says, rinse. You rinsed him really, really good. You rinsed a lot of people.
Sheets. I'm tired of fabric sheets. Tell him don't ever turn that camera on again. It hurt my feelings when he came on with the camera on, Zeus. I had to come on with mine on just to bring the cuteness back. Because, you know, he was trying to overshadow your handsomeness. When he turned that camera on, I said, please make him turn it off. So I had to turn mine on so you can get a little cuteness back.
Is there a way to mute somebody's camera on this platform?
Listen, I'm about to just take the whole camera off of his name. I'm about to report him to TikTok for harassment when he turns that camera on because he's harassing us, Zeus. He is harassing us. When he turned that camera on, I feel threatened. I feel threatened, Zeus. It should be a law against turning that camera on. I'm gonna find it, and I'm gonna report him. I'm gonna report him, Zeus.
Wow, I got it. I mean, listen, I can't contest that. You know, I was uncomfortable. I really was.
Listen. I was so afraid that I put the cover over until he stopped talking. Yeah.
Oh my God! I mean, wow, Snuggles, you've got quite a reputation out here on TikTok, Snuggles.
You're talking about Halloween ready. He could just go out and just walk with nothing on and get candy at doors, and they'll probably say that's a great costume, but it'll just really be him.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, listen, Sister Keisha, as always, it is a pleasure to hear from you. All right.
From you as well, sweetie.
Wow.
You all have an awesome and a fantastic day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Sister Keisha a round of applause. Like I said, MAGA, if you're out there and you're crying about the level of truth in this live, you can leave. All right, don't be in this live and be illegal. Okay, you got to have your paperwork to be here. If you know what I'm saying. If you're not happy here, MAGA, you can leave.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time,
they do.
Very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now.
They should.
Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
And I really do agree with. I agree with Trump on that front because that's what's going on out here. We got a lot of people. We have a lot of people out here who are struggling to accept the truth. All right. My good friend Dionysius, welcome, brother. How are you?
So hey, I just want to speak on Snuggles there. I don't think we should really be making fun of him because I think he might have suffered a stroke with that eyebrow. It's either signs of a stroke or what the FBI says is characteristics of somebody who's trying to convince somebody of something other than the truth. That's actually investigator techniques that they look for in people who have one eyebrow cocked because it takes effort to cock one eyebrow. It doesn't take effort to look concerned and have like a double cocked eyebrow, right? So I just wanted but he might be suffering from a stroke, which might be the reason for some of the behavior.
I'm more of the latter. Eyebrow to lie.
Yeah. So if you notice, people he follows does the same thing. They always have that one eyebrow cocked. And they're always trying to convince something about something other than the truth.
One cocked eyebrow is a lie.
Yeah, it's very characteristic. It's so, and then another thing is, did you remember the leader of the 3 Percenters there or whatever? He got sentenced to 18 years.
Oh, yes.
He got held without bail.
Yeah.
So, hey, Trump supporters, just get your checkbooks out ready for 4 o'clock. Donald Trump is going to need bail. At least $100 million a surety. So that would be $1 million. You would need 10% of 100 million to make 10% to 100% surety. He is going to be held on a bond, and the only condition of release will be electronic monitoring. Dude, he's messing with some judges right now that don't play, man. Like, that's what the prosecutors say about them. That's what all the defense attorneys in Washington say about them. And coming from somebody with experiential knowledge in the federal system,
talk to them.
They don't play.
They don't.
They don't play. They do not bring charges unless they have like a 99% chance of winning. And what they're doing here with Donald Trump, like I can almost guarantee you all right, so let's get to Jared Kushner. He showed back up out of nowhere in Donald Trump's life, him and Ivanka.
Yeah,
weird, right? And it's funny that Donald Trump invited Xi Jinping from China over to Mar-a-Lago, and on the same night he invited him, there was a whole bunch of classified information sitting in a bathroom, and Ivanka and Trump got a whole bunch of contracts on copyright stuff out of China. fucking coincidence. And then one more thing for Jack Smith to go maybe question. Why don't you go pull Roger Stone's federal prison phone records and see exactly what 3%ers, what Proud Boys and Aryan Brother nationhood he was conspiring with in prison to do January 6th also. Some people call me something of a psychic, and I have a 99% prediction rate as of right now. And especially with Donald Trump. I don't know if you believe in remote viewing, but the CIA and the government definitely does. And I've been doing that on Donald Trump 2 years before he ran for president. Donald Trump is a very nefarious person, and he is working with more than just American actors in this whole scheme. And that is all going to come to light when Jack Smith subpoenas all of these people, including Roger Stone, including half of the Republican Party. So Snuggles, no convictions. It's called the legal process, okay? First, there is a file made for a clerk magistrate hearing to bring criminal charges against somebody. They bring all the evidence for saying, this is what we got on him so far, and then a judge or a clerk magistrate says, yes, go right ahead with an investigation. Now that they've gotten so deep in this investigation, you can guarantee every single one of their phones is tapped and some ish is going down. This is not gonna end nicely for Donald Trump. The only legal defenses he has is insanity, which his ego will not allow him to plead, or run away to Russia like he's gonna do and claim political asylum, just like every other traitor of America has. Plain and simple. Now, Trumpers, I don't say this to attack you. I say this coming from somebody who is not involved in politics, who is sat on the outside, not even in the middle. But I've watched politics since I was very young. I'm 38 right now. I watched when the Berlin Wall came down on TV. I watched long before when President Bush the first was doing his speech with the guy with the birthmark on his head.
Right.
So I've watched, and honestly, the only thing I have come to realize is that if I was to be political and to vote, I would have to vote for Democrats just as a moral obligation to humanity. Because why? They don't. So the Republican Party has turned into something of, I don't know, 3 Ks in a row, maybe like white fascist nationalism, because not only have Republican congressmen and legislators and senators come out and said this on their social media, their followers vehemently portray it. And that portrayal that they portray is anybody who is not white ethno-Christian is not wanted in this country anymore, or their states. They've literally said in Kansas they were going to drive anybody out, make it hostile, quote unquote, make it hostile for anybody who wasn't white ethnic Christian. That is not Christian, number one. And number two, it is far from, and I use this term lightly because, like, American, from what I know as far as history, this country wasn't founded on honest actions in honoring treaties. As far as if you look at the Native American treaties that have been violated, all 369 of them that the American government has signed have been violated. So, but it isn't American to just go out and judge people who don't pray to Jesus, man. We went around the world saving countries that weren't Christian from being annihilated from other Christians before. So I don't like this whole thing of he's our savior and Joe Biden's crooked. Like, dude, how is Joe Biden crooked? He hasn't even pardoned his own son yet. Like, come on, man. Like, not only that, like, if he was really that crooked, Donald Trump wouldn't be alive.
Wow.
Plain and simple.
Wow.
And if Donald Trump was doing what he says he's trying to do against the deep state, like JFK was trying to do, he would be in the same place as JFK. Just take a guess of where JFK is. Oh, yeah.
We know. We got to keep it clean.
Yeah. So, and then another thing is like,
on fire.
All right. So they say the election was rigged.
Talk to him.
If you believe that election was rigged, and you also believe in the JFK conspiracy theory, then you would have to believe that every election since JFK was unalived has been rigged by the deep state, because that's what JFK was trying to do on exposing them and defunding the CIA. Wow. That's a fact.
Wow.
He made a speech about it 2 weeks before he was unalived. But if people really looked into these conspiracy theories, there's little truth to them. But what happens is political figures like Donald Trump and QAnon like to hijack them and mix them with a bunch of misinformation, just like what's going on right now. And it's like, oh, no convictions. Okay, trial process is going to happen. And then what about Biden? Like, what about Biden? Because Barr made it a law that we can't prosecute sitting presidents. Just sit back and relax, bro. Let your American process that you believe in the Constitution take hold and root and grow into something that may grow a tree and then fruit from that tree of evidence, and use it in court as a prosecution. Plain and simple. You know what I mean? So it's like, guys, I'm not even political. I'm a human being.
You're doing great, my brother. All right. I appreciate.
And all I know is that Democrats don't want to hurt people based off of what they label themselves, never mind what God they pray to.
Amen.
So amen to you. God bless you, whichever one you worship. Could be the grass under your feet, the sky above your head, the light bulb that you switch on and off. If you don't believe in something greater than you, go out to low tide and try to stop the tide from coming in with cement shoes on, and have a good day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Brother Dionysius, welcome.
Have a good day.
Very profound and prolific what he said. No lies detected. You see that, MAGA? You see that? It's not that hard to get in the box and tell the truth. It just shocks me that even to this day, they've watched the programming over and over. We've been doing this song and dance for quite a while. And they can't even get out the gate and last for 10 seconds. Dionysius, brother, thank you so much for bringing all of that truth to the kingdom this morning. It was much needed, especially after that lousy performance by our good friend Snuggles, who we all know keeps that eyebrow cocked because he's trying to spread lies. Wow. I'm going to remember that. I'm going to have to check in with him and ask him, can you please not only turn your camera off, but quit cocking that eyebrow at us, okay? We know what that's about. When that eyebrow gets up there, he gets it extra high. I know there's about 10 lies about to come out. All right? Now listen up, ladies and gentlemen. We've reached that moment in the show where Zeus must depart. I know. I'm sorry. I know. I really am. I'm sorry. But I gotta go tend to the other affairs in the kingdom. As always, it's a pleasure tuning in with all of you bright and early in the morning. I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. And we're going to end the week with a bang, all right? I definitely will be back tomorrow. But I may do the Closet of Truth later today because, Trump's getting arraigned today. We might have to do that, so I might do that. And also, for those of you who are interested in all of the things that Zeus does and you want to support, you can check out the link in the bio, okay? There's clothes, there's music. People have been asking me, Zeus, how do I find your music? Just click the link in the bio and it will take you there, all right? Because that's what we do, ladies and gentlemen. We are out here spreading the truth, and it is important for everyone to be fully aware of the truth. That way, when they go and vote, they know what they're doing, all right? A lot of you don't know what you're doing. I'm talking to the Trump supporters. A lot of them don't know what they're doing. They're just being very emotional and overly dramatic, all right? So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, take care and have a great rest of your day and enjoy the music. I'm out of here. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I see a lot of people I can't get to.
This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. So be playing with my.
Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it. You're all amazing. You really are. Jazzy, Ella, Bobanette, thank you, Jessica. This is Phil.
like a bum. Melissa Rancher, yeah. Money on my mind, I can't limit up to you. Southern July. Fall in love too quick. May Gail, Heaven, Miss Chris. This is way above the fed. When you playing high vibration, Triple D. Time to let loose with the truth. Yeah, grab your goose. Elizabeth, mama, let me play music in your soul. Screaming Panther, like a tooth. Nice lady. Hating on the gods, being such a douche. Trying to be Angela, the gloves are off, right? Catching all these snakes. Laura, awesome. Ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm looking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. Sharon, DJ Sam, Jacob, yeah, Trina, Sprinkle, Nina. Thunder in the sky, light you up like Zeus. Thank you, moderator. Call me Zeus. I'm hotter than Hades and I'm burning down the roof. Hey. You say you wanted facts, well, I'm I've been waiting for this moment now. I gotta choose. If you play around with love, then you guaranteed to lose. I didn't make the game of rules, so don't play me like a Dark Tree, I nice to see you. Even though I'm hot, people telling me be cool. I'm just sitting on my throne while you looking like a fool. Time to let loose with the truth. Pringle, yesterday. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Play hating on the gods, but me such a douche. Try to be patient, but great show. Excellent. Alvin Bragg, Bonnie Willis. Yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm looking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm looking like Zeus. 4-7. I move when I'm moving like Zeus. DJ Savage, like Zeus. Frank in the sky, light you up like Zeus. MLE. My own rules, I'm a god, call me Zeus.
Yeah, you know about me. I like to get wild.
He's deranged.
I'm the guy.
Jack Smith. He's deranged.
I'm bringing down the
Jack Smith. He's deranged. 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 Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges. And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even They also did something where they put documents all over the floor so they took pictures. And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more of a Trump hater. Every time the radical left Democrats, Marxists, communists, and fascists indict me, I consider it a great badge of courage. Right. Jack Smith. Trump hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family's a Trump hater. They all hate Trump. They hate him with a passion. They'll do anything they can to hurt Trump. But he's a harasser and an abuser. And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more. Jack Smith. Get him, Jack! Get him, Jack! He's deranged. Get him, Jack! And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife